Feature Friday.
The freshest. Right. You might see it on my Instagram pop up later. Oh, guess what? What's next? Hit me up.
We have got Kai dance practice.
Oh yes. Okay, this has been super requested. He posted this just because I'm a Kai stan, right? So people know that Kai is my bias from EXO, and he posted this dance practice video for his new song Spoiler.
Yeah.
But he's been hyping up his new song, like his album, for like like a whole year and a bit. So everybody's like, oh my god, when is it dropping? Oh my god, when are we gonna hear anything new? He has already played this in like live in the EXO concerts. I think we've seen like a medley of his other song with this one.
Mashup.
Yeah, like a mashup. But this is like a dance practice, and
right.
I feel like I'm gonna appreciate it very much. Dun 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 dun. And it's 3 whole freaking minutes.
I think, you know what it is?
That's
It's like
cool.
it's hard not to, even if maybe you're not a fan of like EXO, but if you still see Kai, and I feel like it's probably the same with most idols. It's like if you see them individually, right, and you just see them for their talent and what they're capable of doing, it's very hard not to be a fan of them.
Not to like them. Yeah. It's so true, because they're so good at everything they do. It's so crazy. Here it is.
Spoiler Kai. Oh yeah, this song was fire, wasn't it?
It was like English with Korean.
The hat is cool.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I remember this song. The dancers are fire. The dancers are... Take it slow. Woo! Nice! Ah! I'm a sucker for this. Woo! Damn! Oh, they're just so good. Oh no, it's just so good.
If I wanted to dance like anyone, it would be like that.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I mean? Because it's not
it's
like
low key, but it's not like super tough.
Yeah, it's so low key cool.
Like, it's just like, I'm not trying hard, dude. You know, I'm just this cool. It's Jackson Wang style.
Sort of, yeah.
You know that Titanic beginning chorus section that he did? It was like with his little icy.
Yeah, that was.
And he was like whispering.
What was that rapper he had in that song?
Rich Brian.
Rich Brian, that's a good rapper too.
But
you know, he has the hat down, but the hat itself is drip.
Oh,
you know?
it's just so cool.
And he's just kind of like looking down, and he's just That's so fun.
It's just so cool. I love the part just before they all come in unison, where they're all just messing about, and you can tell that each one of those dancers are just as good as Kai. Like, you can just tell they're just good just by vibing, and then suddenly they come in unison. I freaking love that.
It's amazing.
I love it. Okay, carry on. Okay. Should we play from the beginning one more time?
No, it's fine.
No? Okay. Yeah, you see, it's just like low key.
So sharp, man.
I'ma be okay. Ooh! Oh, it's just so good.
Hey. Can't be too crazy either, because he's gonna be singing there.
Yeah. Yeah, but still though, look at that though.
Joke.
Oh! I'm having a dancer moment. Take it slow. Woo!
Hey, yeah, hey.
Hey, it's so cool, dude. See what I'm saying?
He's good. Yeah, with a bucket hat.
They're all good. Ah, it's just so good. Oh, so good. Dude, they're so good.
Nice.
Oh.
Hey,
You
yo.
go, boy. Come on, baby.
Oh, he's sick
Show
editing
me
as
what
well.
you got. Oh, it's dope. Take it slow.
That's the bit where they probably went nuts. Isn't it?
Oh my god. Can I just say, Mihawk back. He's like so in tune with everything that's happening right now because like his choreo is so like is so trendy yet is like I'm not trying hard to stay commercial if you know what I'm saying. It's like it's got drip and it's got move that everybody can pick out from like today's type of dance movements, but it's not commercial. It's not like borderline too commercial that people are like, oh come on dude, this really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just so the beat also fits so well into this style. I think he embodies the type of like trap-ish R&B-ish type of thing, and I oh my god, this is so good though.
The thing about Kai, isn't it, is that he looks like he just looks like a bad boy, doesn't he? Like I think we said it's like a anime character that's like that secret powerful character.
Yeah.
Like he just stays quiet, doesn't say much, you know, and then when he's time to do his thing, he like shines. And he has that sort of like aura, energy around him, and he comes off so well when he dances because it's maybe when he expresses through body cues, which is basically all dancing is, his body language, how sharp, determined each moves are, and they're still super impactful, but they're also very smooth and very what's the word I'm looking for? They're not they're not extravagant.
But they're very isolated when they need it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very just visually captivating. That's all it is. I can watch that all day long.
It's very funny though because I was recently actually last night I was watching I was listening to a podcast made by dancers, and they were talking about how there's a moment when you are so comfortable with your dancing skills that your personality is able to shine through your movements, like you're able to communicate your personality through your craft.
That's special. That
only comes with years of dancing.
Right.
Like that only comes with you don't need to have a lot of like knowledge in a certain for example like say style of dancing, but it comes with knowing how your body works. It comes from like movement and understanding that certain things just adjust, like they just adjust your body type, and you're able to communicate your personality through your movements. And this person, he was saying, is funny though, because I feel like sometimes I'm watching a dancer that I know personally really well, and I'm seeing them dance, and I'm like, that's exactly how they actually are in real life. Yeah. Like, I don't think anybody could understand unless they knew them. And I feel like, of course, at the level that these guys are at is just very clear to me as a dancer that they really do, show who they are through
sort of
their
qualities
movement.
of the personal, yeah.
Yes, and he has that duality in his personality. He has the I'm soft, I'm a nice person, but then suddenly, I can be sharp and I can be, sexy and show you an edgy side of me as well.
Yeah.
And he comes across so easily for me to see it in his dancing. It's insane, though. It's insane.
I find like that is the purest form of communication. Movement and body language.
Totally, I agree, though. Even in psychology and like, even like detectives and stuff, they study his body language, don't they?
Well, yeah.
it's something that you can't really pretend or hide that well.
Yeah, it's very hard to not be genuine with your non-verbal communications. It has to be trained.
Yeah.
So
it's tough. Not a lot of people trained on how to like behave.
you can be
your
coached.
body.
You can get coached. Yeah.
Yeah, but
especially if you're going to be interviewed or interrogated or.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like your normal common human, that's not about to be interrogated by an FBI agent. Like you kind of like.
No.
Your tells are very like honest. Your body language really.
It's also very hard.
Is really gonna sell you out.
But there's a lot of misconception. Like it's also very hard to, you know, how people say it's like. But the main thought is body language is connected to your, put it in simple words, your primal part of the brain, right? So it's very difficult to, not have instinctive movements or instinctive reactions, to situations or moments or whatever. So. You know how people say, oh, if it looks to the left or if it does that, he's lying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's BS because it could also just be a normal tell, right? But what really intrigues me about dancing, being someone who's a complete fanatic of body language and psychology and non-verbal communication especially, it's like it's sort of like being coached, right, to express yourself through your body language. And using human movement to portray a message.
That's right.
And that's really complex.
Very complex.
It's not easy.
But it also comes from the individual. It comes down to the individual because you can be trained and taught to do a certain movement a certain way, right? But if you don't know how your own body works, how your brain and your creativity works, then that movement just won't look right on you, you know, until you understand how it fits and where it falls in your body. And I was listening to other dancers, they were saying it's funny sometimes you're in a class, taking a class, doing exactly the same movements, and you see it very often in like open classes and battles and stuff and conventions where you go and see dancers, they're doing exactly the same routine, but one dancer looks completely different to the next one. And that's why I personally admire when you get a group of dancers that do exactly the same thing. That means that all of them
on the exact same wavelength,
are
sort of
exactly going through the same thought process.
It's good.
And that's so tough, you know. Unless you're in in the dance industry, you kind of like just look over that fact, you know. You don't really invest that much time thinking, oh, they're all thinking about how heavy this fall in this beat is. Like they're not like, oh, the breathing, how it falls. You don't really think about it unless you have been there, or if you've done that. So I actually think he is a perfect example of being comfortable with your own body, knowing yourself so well, that not only are you able to show your personality, but you're also able to portray somebody else too. Right. You know, because let's be honest, we're not the sexy hot person that we do when we're dancing in a certain style or we're performing in a certain style. That's a heightened version of your personality, and that's almost like pretending, like fake it until you make it type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's a very good example of good technique and getting used to
again.
That's all right, go ahead, sneeze, go for it.
I can't anymore.
Right.
Sup people, if you're a dancer. Sup people, if you're watching this and you're a rapper or a beat producer,
a singer, a ghostwriter, or even just somebody who likes new music,
then this is for you.
Feature Friday is the show where we make new music every week featuring your tracks, your raps, your lyrics, or yourself as an artist.
There's no catch. This isn't one of those weird posts where you click on the website and you're trying to order AirPods and they say it's free and then you have to pay like $100,000 million for shipping. This is completely free. We understand how difficult it is in the music industry to get seen, and there's so many amazing rappers and singers and beat producers out there. So this is just a place to showcase your skills. We showcase our skills. We make music every week, which we love doing anyways. We get to show new artists to new people and new people to new artists.
So if you'd like to get featured next, message me here on Instagram or email me and we will get in touch pretty soon.
Please do it fast because a waiting list is forming and we don't want anyone waiting around. Keep scrolling by.
See you Friday.
Peace.
Bye-bye.